A recent poll shows that 8% of Ontario drivers will not be following the law. Are our roads in Ontario still safe? Is this law really going to be that effective? What's up, Quinte View? I'm Samantha Moroz, and race fans, welcome to the Brighton Speedway. So Rhonda could actually view a blog that Tony puts on InsideDisaster.com every single day. And she could get a point of view from what he feels and what he sees, not just from the phone. According to their flyer, the beer store has a long-standing record of deposit return success and annually recovers 99% of all items brought here. So you can send in any type of beer bottle, bottle caps, cardboard boxes, they take anything in. Well, now that we know the whole process, let's have a drink, a responsible one, of course. Now, Belleville, remember to return all your bottles and cans.
I remember a shot when I'm driving by and I'm in the half truck and, you know, this guy's dying here. And I'm looking at one of the soldiers, and behind him as I go by collapsed buildings, and in the background there's fires going off. And I thought, man, I'm in hell.
He was in Haiti for just over 2 weeks and says he has never witnessed such tragedy. Misunderstood creatures.
I had never experienced that much confusion, that much pain, that much suffering, that much hope, that much want in a very short period of time. In 17 days that I was there was only 2 days I didn't see a corpse.
Tony has been around the world and has filmed many things. His basement is enough evidence. But the memories that he brought back from Haiti will not be displayed.
A father brought his young son through, who was clearly a casualty of fallen debris. And he was lying supine on a board, and I could tell that his hip was grotesquely moved in a certain direction, and his leg was, from what I conjecture, was fractured. And he lied on the board, but he lifted his little face up to me as I came around to get a better shot of him. And it looked as though he had went 10 rounds in a boxing fight, and his face was just a balloon with 2 little slits. Doctor, independent doctor, the only doctor in this triage center, who's totally overwhelmed with what's going on, pulls out a needle thread and starts sewing. And he starts sewing. Now this kid is screaming constantly. There's noise in this place of screams. Unbelievable, it's shrill. And I look back and I see the doctor, you know, I come back to photograph more, and he stops and he looks up as if to catch his breath or gets more strength, and he continues sewing his head. This young boy never had any anesthetic. This is a needle going into flesh that's been open for 2 days and pulling it together.
Through all this chaos, Tony still slept through the night.
You'd hear these callings in the hills, like calypso calling. I know that from working in other nations like in Trinidad. And I thought, what are they communicating? And they were singing at night. It was hope.
For QNet News, I'm Samantha Moroz. It was a night full of surprises for the United Way of Quinte. The final amount raised, $1,615,687. It's almost $37,000 less than last year's total, but the United Way's Julia Gosson is still in shock.
Achievement. We're thrilled with $1.615 million, especially in this economic climate. With all the plant closures we've had locally and layoffs, we weren't sure we would make $1.4 million, so we are indeed celebrating tonight with this achievement.
About 150 volunteers, donors, and campaign officials attended the ceremony where over 15 awards were handed out. Staff and students at Loyalist College got an award for raising more money than any other workplace with more than 250 employees. United Way Chairman Mark Philbin says the money raised will benefit many.
Our children are going to be going to school who are going to need bridging the gap in Trenton that haven't gone to school yet. That program is going to be there for them when they need it. There are people who may lose their sight in the next 12 months who will benefit from a program that will teach them to walk their neighborhood so they can stay in their home. There are people in Desperado who may not need the transit right now, but in a few months find they will. These programs are already there.
So what is the goal for next year?
So, we're not sure. Right now what we do is we allocate all the funds that we've raised. So we have another group of community volunteers who look after the disbursement of the funds.
Samantha Moroz, QNet News, Belleville.
Hello?
It's a natural thing to do. Your phone goes off while you're driving, and you pick it up. Well, think twice before you do that next time. Starting this Monday, if you are caught with a handheld device while driving, you could face a fine of $500. A recent poll shows that 8% of Ontario drivers will not be following the law. Are our roads in Ontario still safe? Is this law really going to be that effective?
Next thing I'm just wondering is, they're going to stop people from driving and smoking or driving and having a coffee and all that other kind of stuff. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous, the things that they're starting to regulate.
I will be following the law because I think it's so easy to get distracted when you're driving, and it's important to focus on the task at hand.
I've known people who've gotten into accidents because of texting. Texting is a lot harder to take control of your vehicle.
I'd like to, but realistically I probably won't. I don't have like a Bluetooth headset or anything like that, so I think if I get a call I'll answer it and just keep my eyes open.
Bluetooths are available in some stores, but at hefty prices. Make sure you grab one now, they're selling fast. Drivers, be cautious still. Though the law does take effect on Monday, tickets will not be issued until February 1st. Samantha Moroz, QNet News, Belleville.
How things are going in Haiti with you. How did you make it through the night, okay?
Rhonda Wanamaker gets the latest update from her husband. Tony Wanamaker has been filming a documentary in Haiti since January 12th, the day of the quake. She says that conditions there have driven her husband to tears.
I think you become used to seeing the bodies on the ground, because this morning I asked him, are the bodies being cleared away? He said they're still there and they're still bloated. He said there's one body there, it's been there, it's not even moved, and they just walk right past it. Some of the phone calls have been, he's been crying, been really upset, or quite emotional, so that puts a strain on me.
So Rhonda could actually view a blog that Tony puts on InsideDisaster.com every single day. And she could get a point of view from what he feels and what he sees, not just from the phone.
Just so happens I'm going to bring up a great shot of Tony, so you can... alrighty, so, yeah.
The only food that Tony and his crew brought to the country was in their carry-on baggage. That's all they had room for. Rhonda contacted CFB Trenton to find a solution.
I contacted CFB Trenton, knowing that they have flights going out on a regular basis, and unfortunately they're not in charge of what goes on their plane or where it's put on the plane. So they gave me a contact number out of Ottawa with the media liaison person, and he told me that yes, or that no, they cannot transport it, but that if they go and sign in at the Canadian Embassy in Haiti, in Port-au-Prince, that no Canadian will go hungry.
Tony will return home on February 11th, when Rhonda will anxiously be awaiting his arrival.
Absolutely, I miss him, yeah.
Samantha Moroz, QNet News, Belleville.